Welcome to a journey that's more than just words. It's a gateway into the deepest mysteries of the soul and the universe. To the chosen souls, these words are not echoing in your life by accident. This is a divine calling, a spiritual bell ringing from higher realms, where nothing is coincidence and everything carries the weight of destiny. You didn't stumble upon this by chance. This very moment, March 20th, 2025, is a cosmic intersection, orchestrated by forces beyond our comprehension, guiding you toward a greater truth. You carry a soul mission, a sacred flame that's been burning within you long before you entered this world. Pay attention to the subtle vibrations in your heart, the invisible waves of energy flowing through your breath. These are not illusions, but whispers from the divine, inviting you to awaken. Now is the time to listen deeply, to look within, and to embrace the transformation your soul has been yearning for across lifetimes. If you've ever felt lost in the chaos of life, if you've been tested to the edge of your strength, know this: you are not alone. You are one of the chosen, a part of a greater plan that is now unfolding before you. This video is not just a message, it's a soul call to action. Stay with us until the very end, because every word and every image holds real meaning and power. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button, and share this with others if you feel the resonance, because your energy is the wind that fuels this awakening flame. Now let's step into this sacred journey together and uncover the deeper meaning of who you truly are. March 20th, 2025 is not just a dry time stamp on the timeline of history. It is a sacred threshold, a magical intersection where heaven and earth intertwine, where the material and the spiritual dance in divine harmony. Imagine this: the universe in all its infinite vastness gently leans in, whispering high-frequency melodies that only awakened souls can truly feel. The energy of this day is not merely a fleeting breeze. It is a soul tsunami, a powerful frequency so intense it can stir the deepest parts of your being, where the primordial light of life still quietly burns. This is not just a day, it is a proclamation from the unseen realms. The moment of divine convergence has arrived. A sacred order is colliding with the chaotic reality of this world, opening a new path, a grand journey for those whose spirits are ready to rise from the shadows and step into the light. Can you feel it? Lately, have you noticed waves of nameless restlessness rising in your heart? A strange unease that logic cannot explain? Don't dismiss it. Don't label it as random or weakness of the mind. No, it is the voice of your soul calling out from within, resonating with the shifting pulse of the universe. March 20th did not arrive by coincidence. It is a spiritual unlock, a destined checkpoint where you are being called to step through the gateway of awakening. Listen closely. Every strange dream you've had, every fleeting face you've encountered, every recurring feeling you can't quite describe. These are all pieces of a greater mosaic the divine is painting for you. Nothing is random. Every appearance, every shift carries a message, a signature from the universe, patiently waiting for your recognition. Look around you with fresh eyes. The shifting winds, the peculiar shapes of passing clouds, even the way sunlight dances at twilight. Everything is singing the song of transformation. March 20th, 2025 is not just an invitation, it is a portal of destiny, through which you can awaken the sacred flame that has long slumbered within your soul. Now is the time to stop running, to stop doubting, and to start trusting the invisible forces guiding you, your true path. The mission you've carried from distant realms before setting foot on this earth will begin to reveal itself on this very day, if you dare to open your heart and truly listen. The energy rising around you is not a passing current. It is a wave of monumental transformation, an unstoppable force, breaking down limitations and drawing you closer to your divine essence. Imagine this. The mysterious universe is sending a surge of powerful vibration, piercing through every cell, every breath, every hidden corner of your soul. For those still deep in the sleep of unconsciousness, this may feel disorienting, exhausting, even confusing, like ships drifting in a vast ocean with no shore in sight. But for the awakened soul, this is a moment of profound stirring, where everything within begins to shift and rise. Your emotions will ignite like an uncontainable fire, your intuition will sharpen like a blade cutting through the fog, and the once distant blurry truths will now emerge with the clarity of a radiant dawn. This is no ordinary event. This is a divine collision, a sacred invitation to awaken the seeds of light that have lain dormant within your consciousness for so long. This miraculous convergence is not merely a phenomenon. It is a rare opportunity, a cosmic doorway through which you can re-establish balance between your surface self and the eternal soul within. The life you've been living, the routines, the fears, the limitations you've unknowingly embraced, are now being illuminated by the eternal truth. You were not born merely to survive, but to shine, to walk the grand path the universe etched into the river of your destiny. The walls you've built, those layers of protection forged from past pain, doubt, and old wounds, are now beginning to tremble. But don't be afraid. This shaking isn't meant to destroy you, it's meant to free you. It's the universe breaking down the barriers that have long imprisoned the infinite power of your soul. Visualize this. You are a mighty mountain, and within you lies a precious gem, waiting to be uncovered. And this wave of energy? It is the divine hammer of the cosmos, breaking through the hardened shell so that your light can shine brilliantly into the world. This video is not just a story to passively listen to. It is an inspired journey, a heartfelt invitation to step into your awakening and uncover the deeper meaning of who you truly are. Everything shared here is created with the utmost respect for YouTube's fair use policy. There is no copying, no infringement, only pure value meant to ignite the fire within you. Imagine yourself as part of a grander design, where every step, every moment is divinely guided by an unseen hand. Don't just watch, feel. Let these words sink deep into your soul. And when you're ready, share your thoughts in the comments, tap the like button, and pass this message along to those you love. For every small action you take sends out ripples of light, helping this awakening flame spread across the world. Stay with us until the final second, because this is not just a video, it's a sacred wind sweeping through your spirit, carrying a promise of freedom and eternal rebirth. Are you ready to become the highest version of yourself? The universe is waiting for your answer. Now, imagine a moment when the universe, in all its vast mystery, pauses ever so briefly, leans down, and delivers to you a sacred invitation. A whisper from distant realms, calling you to begin the true journey of your soul. This is no ordinary invitation, no door that opens every day. It is a rare chance, like a shooting star streaking across the sky of your spirit, brilliant and fleeting. Those still lost in the chaos of distraction, whose intuition is clouded by doubt, whose feet are shackled by fear, may miss this moment, as if a gentle breeze passed by and vanished before they could reach for it. But the souls who are still enough to hear the call, brave enough to open their arms to the light from the unseen realms, will see the door of destiny swing open, leading them into a new chapter, one filled with radiance, where they don't merely exist but truly live, truly shine, as the flame they were born to be. Remember, the universe never forces, it doesn't push or coerce, it simply knocks softly on the door of your heart, gently but meaningfully. It stands patiently like an ancient guide, waiting for you to open your soul and answer with courage. Will you dare to step through that threshold? Will you release the familiar layers of false security and step boldly into the eternal truth? This is not the time to delay, not the time to weave excuses or nurture silent doubts. This is a defining moment, the one your soul has longed to witness across lifetimes. The moment you step into the light, where every dormant potential within you is awakened, where you finally embody the sacred essence the universe planted in you from the beginning of time. Visualize this. You are not a small, insignificant figure lost in the noise of life. You are a vital part of a cosmic symphony, a unique note waiting to rise and join the sacred melody of creation. Pause for a moment and feel this profound truth. You weren't sent here to live a mediocre life, to drift through repetitive days or blend into the background like a fading shadow. No, within you burns a different fire, a quiet yet powerful whisper echoing from the depths of your soul, a knowing that you were never meant to walk the common paths, never born to follow, but to rise, to lead, to become a beacon of light in the darkness. This isn't a fantasy born of a dreamer's mind. This is sacred truth. This is the universe affirming that you are chosen, a soul marked by light, carrying a mission far greater than what the eye can see. Look back at the journey you've walked, the rugged roads, the soul-wrenching trials that few others could understand. You've faced misunderstanding, cold rejection, piercing wounds that left deep scars in your heart. You've felt isolated, like a stranger in this world, caught in storms with no clear reason why. But understand this, those pains weren't punishments, weren't random. They were soul-shaping initiations designed just for you. Every tear you shed, every moment you fell yet rose again, was a hammer stroke forging you into a stronger, wiser, more attuned soul, one who now moves in rhythm with the mysteries of life. It was in the darkness that you learned to find light. In solitude, you discovered your indestructible strength. The reason you've faced such turbulence is not because you were weak, but because you carry a sacred mission, a divine fire the darkness desperately tried to extinguish. Think about it. The darkness fears your light, fears the power within you. That's why the challenges came, to make you stumble. But look at you now. You're still here, standing tall like an unshakable mountain amid the storm. Your flame hasn't just survived, it has grown stronger, fiercer, ready to burn through every chain, ready to illuminate even the hidden corners of this world. You are not just one individual, you are a spark in the night, a chosen soul called to awaken others, to break through old limits, and to usher in the wave of transformation humanity has long awaited. This video is not just a message, it is a call to rise, a sacred wind stirring your soul, reminding you that you are not ordinary. You were born to lead, to illuminate, to transform. Every word here was created with respect for YouTube's fair use guidelines. Nothing copied, nothing infringed, only truth and value, meant to reignite the light within you. This is your moment. To stop denying your mission, to stop questioning your worth, and start embracing the real reason you came into this world. The universe has called your name from distant realms, and now your soul is remembering the song of destiny, the sacred promise you've carried since before time began. You don't need the crowd's approval. You were never meant to blend in. You were born to stand apart, to guide others to new horizons. Imagine this. Every step you take, every choice you make from this moment forward is part of a grand symphony the universe is composing through you. Stay with us until the very end of this video because every word, every image, is a key unlocking your connection to your highest self. Don't just watch, feel. Let the vibrations sink deep into your heart, and when you feel your inner flame begin to stir, leave your thoughts in the comments, press like, share this with those you love, because every action you take is a wave of light, spreading inspiration to the world. Who are you? You are the chosen one, and now is the time to live up to that name. Step into the light, brave soul, for the universe is waiting for you to shine brighter than ever before. Take a moment, pause, and truly feel this profound truth. Before every radiant blessing from the divine, there is always a passage through the darkness. A period of trial set in motion as an unchanging law in the sacred dance of spiritual evolution. This is not random misfortune or the cruelty of fate. It is the divine design, a grand blueprint of the universe. Before the light bursts forth in brilliance, there is always one final shadow to overcome. Before your soul ascends into freedom and fulfillment, there is always a process of deep purification, where all that no longer serves you must fall away to make room for something greater. Challenges are not your enemy, they are your strict teachers, the sacred flames that refine you, the unseen hands guiding you toward your true harbor. If lately you've felt life pressing heavily on your shoulders, financial burdens tightening like a vice, cherished relationships slipping through your fingers like sand, or a haunting sense of isolation and emptiness, making you question where you're headed, please do not bow your head in despair. These are not punishments from the divine. They are not signs of abandonment. Look deeper. This is the final test, the last storm your soul's vassal must navigate before it reaches its glorious destination. These hardships are the furnace of the universe, where your strength is tested, your faith weighed, and your resilience forged. You are not being cast into darkness to be lost. You are being led through it so that you may discover the brilliant light waiting just beyond. This is the hour of the chosen souls. Not everyone sees the spiritual gateway standing before them, but those who keep their inner flame alight through the storm, those who walk boldly through the fog of doubt, those who move forward in solitude without needing the crowd's validation, these are the ones who will enter a new cycle, where divine blessings flow like a cool, refreshing stream after a long drought. But for those who let fear imprison them, who allow distraction to blur their vision, who let procrastination steal their courage, the gateway may quietly close, not because the universe withholds, but because they are not yet ready to receive what is greater. You are not being tested to break. You are being tested to be confirmed, to prove that you are worthy of what you've prayed for, what your heart has long dreamed of in silence. The universe does not bestow its gifts upon souls unrefined. What you desire, peace, abundance, purpose, is on its way. But before it reaches your hands, you must pass the test of endurance. Remember this: the silence of the divine during your darkest days is not absence, it is observation. It is the moment when the divine listens closely to the rhythm of your heart, weighs every step you take at the threshold between fear and faith. The divine is not distant, it is right beside you, in every breath, waiting for you to rise and show that you are ready. Imagine yourself standing before a grand threshold, a gateway to a new chapter of life, where your destiny rises to a higher octave, and your soul is finally free to soar across horizons you've never dared to imagine. But to walk through that gate, one truth remains. You cannot carry your old baggage with you, the burdens of your past, the invisible threads binding you to what no longer resonates. Before the brilliance of ascension arrives, separation is required, a sacred law, sometimes painful, sometimes bittersweet, but always necessary for your rebirth. This is not abandonment, it is liberation. Like a bird leaving the nest, it's time to rise into your own expansive sky. This moment marks a deep spiritual cleansing, a powerful purification sweeping through every corner of your life, from the depths of your soul to your outer connections. You may start noticing the signs clearly. People who once felt like soulmates now seem distant. Relationships that once offered comfort now feel heavy. Old habits that once felt like shelter now feel like shackles on your growth. Don't be surprised, don't be afraid. This is not meaningless disintegration, it is sacred transition. You've grown, you've evolved beyond the version of yourself that once lived in those frequencies. What no longer resonates with your new soul vibration will naturally fall away. You don't belong in the old space anymore. You are being led to a higher destination, where your light will shine in purity and freedom. The universe in its infinite wisdom is gently yet firmly pushing you out of anything that no longer supports your evolution. It could be a friend whose words no longer stir your spirit, a job that has lost its meaning, a stagnant routine that once felt safe, or even an outdated version of yourself. full of limitations, doubts, and fears that once obscured your vision. Don't cling to what's leaving. Holding on will only prolong unnecessary pain, like a hand trying to hold sand as it slips away. Instead, let go, not with bitterness, but with trust, knowing that by releasing the old, you're creating space for new light, new blessings, and sacred experiences waiting to enter your life. This separation is not a loss, it's a divine refinement, a sorting of what still belongs and what has served its time. The universe is not taking from you, it is clearing the way, sweeping away the fragments of the past to make room for something far greater, for new opportunities, for new people who will walk with you on this next part of your journey. Everything on the soul's path has its cycle, arrival and departure like the rising and falling tides on the eternal shores. True growth is not about clinging to everything, it is about knowing when to hold on and when to let go. This is the time to release. Release the past like a leaf falling from the tree. Let the old dissolve like mist at dawn, so that you may rise. Rise to where your soul truly belongs. Imagine yourself standing before a day that is not just a sequence of hours, but a sacred portal leading you deeper into your soul's journey. A day where every moment, every breath, every thought carries within it the power to shape your spiritual destiny. To enter this day fully, you must be conscious, open-hearted, and willing to receive the waves of light flowing from the vast universe. This is not a time to rush into the noisy rhythm of the outside world, to let the noise take over your inner sanctuary. No, begin instead with stillness, with moments of deep meditation, quiet prayer, or the sacred journaling of your soul's voice, where you listen to the whispers of your inner being echoing through the layers of life. Step away from haste. Resist the pull of the chaotic current, because this day is a gift and you are being invited to honor it with your full presence. The early morning is the most sacred time, when the sky is still cloaked in mist and the sun has not yet risen above the horizon. Wake before dawn while the world still sleeps, and spend a few quiet moments in complete stillness. Listen to your breath, the gentle rhythm of life, and allow your mind to merge with the invisible current of the universe. This is the hour when the spiritual gateway is most open, when the veil between you and the divine becomes thin, and the precious messages from higher realms can gently pour into your soul like stardust falling into the dark sky. Don't let this moment pass by unconsciously. Make it a sacred ritual, a silent dialogue between you and the eternal source that guides all life. In this stillness, you will find clarity, peace, and the answers your heart has long been seeking. Guard your energy as you would protect a small flame in the wind. Keep it away from anything that could shake its light. Don't let yourself be pulled into meaningless chatter, chaotic social media feeds, or arguments and judgments that only distort the pure frequency of your soul. These are the dark clouds that dim your inner light and sever your connection from the sacred flow that's waiting to guide you. Instead, choose purity. Choose meaningful moments. Choose silence over noise. Choose love over conflict. You are a vessel of light, and to keep that vessel clean, you must be intentional about what you allow into your space. On this day, become a sensitive observer of yourself and the world around you. Take note of fleeting sensations, strange dreams, sudden intuitions, or repeating signs you come across, because nothing is accidental. The universe is whispering to you through even the smallest details: a shift in the wind, a phrase overheard, an image flashing across your mind. These signs are the language of the divine, the arrows pointing to your soul's map. If you can, consider a light fast or partial fasting, not to punish your body, but to purify your energy and prepare yourself to receive the higher frequency vibrations now flooding the atmosphere. Honor your body as a sacred temple, preparing it to welcome the greater blessings that are arriving. But don't only wait to receive. Become a giver. Offer kindness to someone in need, share something beautiful with the world, or whisper a silent prayer for those who are suffering. When you act from the heart, you are not just receiving light, you are becoming a channel for it, a sacred breeze carrying seeds of hope to the places that need it most. And as the day begins to close before you drift into sleep, pause in gratitude. Thank the journey, thank the gift of life and growth, and even thank the things you didn't yet fully understand today. For gratitude is the golden key that opens the door to every blessing. It is the thread that keeps you connected to the infinite energy of the universe. Take a moment now. Listen to your heart. Can you feel it? That subtle, nameless energy flowing quietly through your cells, your thoughts, your breath, urging you to grow, to break free, to rise beyond the familiar lands that have held you back for far too long. It's like a sacred wind brushing through your soul, carrying a powerful invitation to step out of outdated patterns, safe routines, and the smaller version of yourself you once accepted. But right at this threshold, where the light of transformation calls most brightly, fear will also rise stronger than ever. It will whisper in your ear, fear of losing what's familiar, fear of being misunderstood, fear of failure, fear that one wrong move could lead to ruin. But, brave soul, do not be deceived. Fear is not your guide. It is not your lighthouse. It is merely the echo of the old, the fading voice of what no longer serves you, desperately trying to hold you back in a circle of comfort that has long become a cage. Your soul knows, deep down, it is time to cross. This moment is a sacred turning point, a divine crossroads dividing those who are ready to soar from those who remain bound by hesitation. Those with the courage to release what no longer serves them, the depleted relationships, outdated beliefs, old fears. Those with the awareness to embrace the unknown will step into a season of radiant expansion. It is the springtime of the soul, where every seed of hope you've planted will begin to bloom, where your inner light will rise like a fire no darkness can extinguish. But for those who remain hesitant, who allow doubt to imprison their minds, who cling to the old cycles of stagnation and repetition, their dreams will remain just that, distant dreams, and destiny will feel forever out of reach. Destiny does not wait for the unsure. It is a rushing river, and only those who dare to leap into its current will be carried forward into its flow. Do not let this sacred moment pass you by, like a shooting star blazing through the sky, gone before your eyes can catch its light. Every whispered prayer you've spoken in the dark, every dream you've tucked into the corner of your heart, every desire you've hidden away, they are all being answered. The universe is opening the path. It's waiting for you to step forward and claim it. But the path won't walk itself. You must choose it. You must step onto it. You must pass through the veil of fear to touch the light. Look back at your journey. How many times have you played small just to avoid the judgment of others? How many times have you silenced your inner voice just to blend into the crowd? Now the universe stands before you with a voice calm but unwavering, declaring, "Enough. It's time. Rise out of your shadow and embrace the role you were born to fulfill. You are not a speck of dust drifting through life. You are a flame, a guide, a chosen soul here to transform not only your own life, but the world around you." The threshold now stands before you, a radiant gateway, illuminated with light, where your highest potential is waiting to be unleashed. But only you, no one else, can walk through it. This is the moment of choice, of courage, of faith that rises above all doubt. Are you ready? Ready to release what has held you back? Ready to believe that you are worthy of something far greater? Ready to step into the highest version of who you truly are? This video is not just words. It is a flame of inspiration, a call to rise and claim your destiny. Stay with us until the very last second. Share your thoughts in the comments, hit the like button, and send this message to your loved ones, because every action you take becomes a wave of light, rippling inspiration out into the world. The threshold is open. Step through it, courageous soul, for the universe is ready to lift you to new horizons where you truly belong. Pause for a moment and feel this deeper truth. You are no longer the person you once were, whether you've fully realized it or are still searching among the fragments of your past. The journey you've walked, the trials you've endured, the waves of cleansing and moments of awakening were not accidents nor meaningless pain. They were the sacred fires that have refined you, the radiant process of rebirth unfolding from the depths of your soul. Imagine this. Just as a caterpillar must tear through its cocoon to become a butterfly, free to soar beneath the sky, you too are being invited by the universe to shed the old layers, the shell woven from fear, doubt, and limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. Now is the time to emerge, to live in full alignment with your divine essence, to embrace the strength and light you were born to carry. You are no longer just a person, you are a soul reborn, a flame rising from the ashes, ready to illuminate the world with your presence. This moment is not merely a marker in time, it is a living symbol of rebirth, a sacred crossroads where you face a profound choice: to continue existing within the old repetitive cycles where each day passes in familiar dullness, or to begin living as an awakened soul, empowered, clear, and guided by a higher purpose. This rebirth is not something you'll see with your eyes or touch with your hands. It begins within, in the moment you accept that you have changed, that you no longer wish to shrink in fear, to remain trapped behind self-imposed walls, or to keep delaying your dreams. It's the moment you rise, with the responsibility of a light bearer, with the courage to live differently, to become a lighthouse in the darkness of this world. But understand, rebirth is not a path paved in roses. It asks you to let go, to face the ego you once built from pain, from control, from the image you clung to in order to feel safe. You must release the illusion of comfort, outdated beliefs, and the fear of being judged or failing. This is an act of bravery, a leap into the unknown fueled by faith. And when you dare to shed that old skin, you will discover a power within you you've never touched before. Like a hidden river breaking through stone, like a silent mountain holding fire ready to erupt. You will speak differently, with clarity and truth. You will feel differently, with an open heart and sharp intuition. You will act differently, with confidence and deep purpose, and you will begin to vibrate at a higher frequency, where everything around you starts reflecting the light rising within you. Those around you will feel the shift, not because you're trying to show it, but because you're returning to your essence, to the radiant, untamed presence you lost somewhere in the rush of life. They'll sense the new energy within you like sunlight piercing through the fog. No explanation needed, no validation required. This rebirth is a soul's choice, a sacred vow that you won't just survive each day, you will live fully as the flame you were born to be. And this moment is your invitation to make that choice. Will you remain the old version of yourself, clinging to familiar fears, or will you rise into the reborn version, radiant, powerful, and aligned with the sacred mission your soul was given from the very beginning? The door has opened before you, a path glowing with light, where every potential within you is waiting to be awakened. The light is calling your name, not with words, but with the deep stirrings of your heart. Now is the time to walk forward, to leave the past without looking back, to embrace the future you were always meant to live. This video is not just a story, it is a flame of inspiration, a call for you to rise and live in the fullness of your divine nature. Every message here is created with deep respect for YouTube's fair use policies. Nothing copied, nothing infringed. Only sincere offerings meant to awaken the light within you. So stay with us until the very end, leave your thoughts in the comments, hit the like button and share this with those you love, because each of your actions sends out a wave of light, inspiring the hearts of others. Who will you choose to be? Brave soul, step through that door, for the universe is waiting for you to shine brighter than ever before.